This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? I have to slow down on his reading because I have to process words.
Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Why is this his voice now? Why am I doing red? What's this bright red book?
Oh, yuck, it reeks of the evil scientist, Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book.
What kind of recipes?
Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here.
Maybe people just appreciate an omelet.
You may not be wrong. The stupid voice I'm giving fucking Randel the cat is just working really well with some of these line deliveries, and it's kind of killing me. God, so much reading. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me, no time to rest.
Alright, but let's move on then.
Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt.
He scavenged through all the book titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library.
That's odd. That's odd. I know some books have fallen on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves are in alphabetical order but this one. It's the user manual to the Mirage Express. This train we're currently on.
You think someone found it on the ground and put it back?
Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make note of this.
The Mirage Express manual is added to your inventory. Is there anything else I need to talk to or look at, Tails? Is there really nothing left I need to say? This thing? Shadow
supposedly walked through the library car before going to the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out.
There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it?
Imagine these two voices talking to you in an interview. Hi, how are you?
Hey, yeah, how are you?
Oh, God. What is happening? Yeah, I do believe we should.
Why'd I say that in Randall's voice?
I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio and find out what really happened.
Vector. Did you bring me some meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train.
You actually tried to bring a knife onto the train?
I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I had the knife?
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought.
Can I take water? Oh, please, yes, yes, please, I'm starved.
I need to change his voice a little bit. I need to change it to something different.
Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Well, why would you show the menu to me? Then why would you show the menu to me?
Come on, Randel the cat. Why would you tease him like that?
And here I thought I could trust you. You've made a fool of me.
Look, Randel the cat, you've made him a fool.
Come on, Randel the cat, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm smooth things over, but at what cost? Okay, I'm glad we talked to him.
Fancy a poem?
How about a poem about trains?
That was his original voice. What if I just kind of use that original voice as vectors? I'll see if I can do that. I also never noticed these chows. I like these chows. They're very cute. Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion.
Aw, thanks.
I love that voice. Oh, I actually really like that one.
Started. So, the two of you don't believe us, eh?
That's not it. It's not that we don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Randel the cat and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio was really reading the library car.
Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What?
I wasn't entertaining him enough. It seems Vector enjoys being social.
Plus, we were instructed to mingle.
Oh, that was my voice.
Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out.
My throat's going to die, but I am okay with that.
This seems to be to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles.
Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car?
Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen.
It must have been a good read. What was the book?
Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing?
What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what book it might be. Randel the cat, could you help me out?
Alright, Tails. Alright, Randel the cat. What do you think? What do we think Espio may have been reading?
The one book that was out of place.
A manual? I think Espio was... You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this?
I don't know, it's the only book out of place. Vector, stop yelling at me. I don't know what's happening. It's me time. I get to be my normal voice for like 12 minutes. I did get hit like once the entire time I was doing this without talking, and now that I'm talking, it's just like constant. But it's fine, we're almost there. Got some rules. explains. Oh, sorry, I physically flinched because I was like, I don't think I have enough. Gotta avoid. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves are all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked up the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio.
Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this.
Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself.
Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet. The friendship can form anywhere. Friendships can be formed anywhere. One day, Randel the cat will speak proper words.
That is indeed the book I was reading. Garage Express Manual Trains Are Cool. I don't think that was the entire title, but I like the end. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual, Randel the cat, if you don't mind.
What?
Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to the page and ask away.
Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on?
This would be freshest in his memory, and if the manual is, I guess, memorable enough, he would remember the early stages. Middle it is.
Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless?
Robotic arms during events that they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash messes afterwards.
I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Although I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire a janitor.
The robotic arms can also detect weapons and or explosive being brought onto the train, ensuring passengers' safety. Seems like Espio aced that question. Randel the cat, hit him with another one.
Oh, okay. Which page do I choose?
Second verse, same as the first. 89.
What is the Garage Express's cancellation policy?
No refunds and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65.
Gee, the person who made the rule must have been over 65.
Last one, Randel the cat. Let's see if Espio can get 3 for 3.
Gotcha. Which page should I pick last?
Last one, 56.
What was implemented to support the conductor's duties? The conductor duties and ease the general train's obligations.
An intelligent data processing system in tandem with the conductor to assure a smooth travel for guests.
I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access the full suite of capabilities without the conductor present.
He's getting a lot more words. When I decided to make his voice an utter wreck on my throat, he decided to have more words than usual. Did I pass your little test?
Yes, totally. It's wild you were able to retain all that information so quickly.
A poet's brain is often surprising.
I don't know if I'd be bragging about that.
You've clearly read the manual. Those answers were far too specific to be guesses.
And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit, though, reading an entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive.
No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Huh?
Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can.
Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one seeing you reading? Yes, that is correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Randel the cat.
He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Randel the cat. Think.
Sorry about the light.
We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw Espio reading. But what?
The map? Placing out multiple on the train. Map layout, and the map is not it. The train shadow. Shadow's lock? Please pray tell what this has to do with it. We're up, Randel the cat. Let's get our argument together. Oh, thank God. Sorry. I was honestly thinking I could probably do this one-handed, but I second-guessed myself and did this all. All into improve. With this. Wow. A thought appeared on that day. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score in the arcade machine.
Yeah, but I ended up beating it, and it wasn't a high score long. Props and natural gamers.
I don't know if I said that right. Espio said he saw Shadow into the library car, but he mentions nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. And Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car. Espio is fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's obviously no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. It was simple. Slip up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't know Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't cause you to look up? Well, I
can sense Espio's desperation from here, defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy.
So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment were you really in the library car at all?
But how could Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car.
That's a mystery, my dear Randel. One that I would love for Espio to solve.
You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing.
I was so involved in my book, I didn't know Shadow passing back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention.
Yeah, I think I remember doing that.
I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow seeing you reading, then how did you leave the library car?
I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's on to something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting and reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? I'll defend Espio. It's my duty to protect all my guests as the guest employee guide. I have to make sure our guests are
Oh, that's literally what he was saying.
I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails.
Huh?
We have a piece of evidence that can answer all our problems.
That's all right, my fellow associate. Lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows that Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another?
The library map.
I mean, I do know the answer. It's right here. But yeah, the first time they presented me this picture, I was like, oh, there's a book right here. There's a bookcase. And this is technically supposed to be facing this way, I believe. So this is facing... No, so this is facing towards... it's a very small passage. Easily missed.
Alright. Now let's get my thoughts in order.
I think it's technically using the WSD stars are a little bit closer together. I don't know why I thought the other group of keys would be easier to control. Oops. Sorry, Sonic. I know you're dead and all. I was breathing. Ding. The library map? Oh, I see.
See the exits? They're right across from one another, a straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, there's no way Espio could see Shadow if Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another.
Looks like you'll have to point out exactly on the map where you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow not to see him?
Here.
Interesting, that's where I was sitting reading my book.
I can second that. It says this. When I returned to the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot.
That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because the bookcase is in the way.
There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. You fool.
It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's no way you could have seen him. I apologize. for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions.
We did it. Another pair of alibis validated. We did it, Tails. We fucking did it.
Just a Sonic character cursing.
Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy.
Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow.
Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier.
Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio.
Give them heck, and if you need any meat chopped up, say the word. And I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both.
A murderer is on the loose, while the doors are getting locked. Tick tock goes the clock, while our houses are in the caboose.
At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this.
Come on, Randel the cat, let's see what's next.
Coming.
That is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Beep bop boop boop beep ba doo, boop bop beep bop boop ba doo, ee da boo boo. Like and subscribe or whatever. I don't really care. Actually, I don't really care what you guys do. Anyways, yeah, good. Enjoy your fucking show. Okay? Goodbye. Click all those other videos if you want. Yeah, bye. Please, bye.